One of the most popular videos on my channel at the time that I'm recording this is called Why I Stayed in a Sexless Marriage for 7 Years During My 20s. And I think a lot of people are drawn to this because something like 1/3 of all marriages in the Western world are mostly or entirely sexless. But someone asked yesterday if I thought this could be cured. And in this video, before I go any further, I'm speaking mainly to men because it's mostly, not entirely, men who complain about a lack of sex in marriage, and also this is the group that I can relate to. Firstly, I see most advice on the internet is blaming men for sexless marriages. Men are seen as the ones who never help around the house, they never talk to their partner, they never show any care. And obviously, if you're not doing those basic things, then this video is not for you. But I think actually the majority of men are actually really trying hard to make things work. Not just because they want their own needs met, but simply because they love their wives. Most men are helping around the house. Most men are communicating and asking their partner what they need. Most men are trying their best and nothing seems to be working. So what can these men do? Can their sex lives and their marriages be saved? I think the most important factor in this is that prevention is better than cure. Once desire is gone, it's almost impossible to get back. And honestly, most marriages that become sexless for such a long length of time that it becomes the new normal, they never get back to a state of good sexual health. But I think in general, the problem is most people don't go into marriage thinking that this could be a risk. Most men get engaged to women where the sex life was at least pretty good, and then it completely changes once the evidence of commitment such as a ring, living together, or children come onto the scene. And while some decrease in desire is normal in these circumstances, women whose sexual desire disappears often are as confused about it as men. And unintentionally, they kind of gaslight men into thinking that the problem is some task-related problem. So men jump through hoops, they do more housework, they do more chores, they fix one thing after another, and every time they fix something, there's something else that appears and is blamed as the reason why they can't have a normal, healthy sex life. And things then just get progressively worse until it's months or years since they last had sex. But at whatever stage the problem is happening, I think the protocol for those in a relationship is the same for those who find themselves single again. To improve your self-esteem and your self-love, optimize your health, fitness, and physical appearance. Develop things in your life which are meaningful to you and become someone that a woman would not want to lose. Because the truth is, the more women like you, the more women like you. And nobody wants what nobody else wants. If you are more attractive to women in general, then there's more chance that a particular woman might find you attractive. And most of all, you simply must not have the mindset that if a relationship fails, then no one else would want you, because there are so many aspects of your desirability which are completely or mostly under your control. But most people only put a significant effort into improving themselves when they need to go back onto the dating market. And many breakups might be prevented if they did those very same things while they were still in the relationship. It may involve distancing yourself in some way, not necessarily a separation, but simply building time into your week that you can work on these things and do things that are important to you. Because that's also another thing that women find very attractive, a man working on his purpose, doing something meaningful. Now, I've skimmed the surface of several things which I believe are important. I've made videos about some of them, but if you want me to go into more detail, please leave a comment. For those who need help in actually putting those things into practice, I'm available for one-to-one coaching, and my social media details are on the About page, and I'll try to remember to put them in this video also. In any case, thank you very much for listening, and if you think this would be helpful to someone, please feel free to pass it on to them. Take care.